your God power. Get everything you ever wanted and live the life of your dreams. The Master's Course. Copyright 2010 by Richard Lee McKim Jr. All rights reserved. Let the quest for knowing begin. Chapter 13, The Reality of the Skeptic and the Doubter. Chapter Review. Skeptics demonstrate the epitome of reality creation and maintenance. They will stop at nothing to prove their point of view is correct. In that regard, we have to appreciate the skeptic and applaud his dedication to his own reality. Do not complain or get upset that the skeptic will not validate your reality, for he does not have the ability or the power to keep you from creating any reality that you want. Every single reality and point of view will elicit evidence of its validity and prove its existence. Therefore, it is of no use and of no value to try to prove or disprove another's reality. The only reality that should be of interest to you is your own. Thou shalt not judge thine own point of view. You should instead decide what your point of view is and then take all measures to support it and maintain it in the same way that the skeptic defends and maintains his own point of view. Don't listen to the contrary points of view from another, especially if that other person is opposed to your plan or idea. Since every point of view can prove its validity, if you listen to the skeptic or the doubter, you will inadvertently learn their seemingly valid points against your plan, which will then be undermined by your own resonant elicitations. Since you will now be thinking what they were thinking, you will elicit not only the evidence of their points of view, but you will elicit the results of their points of view as well. Realities are created. In that regard, no matter how impossible it may seem, or how unlikely it is to work, if you continue to believe in your plan and have faith, you will elicit the evidence and results that end up working out for you. If this world and this universe and your body can be created from energy by an idea, a meaning, and the faith that it will work, then you can create any reality that you want with your God power. Never doubt yourself. Always be on the lookout for information that validates your own point of view and doubt any and all information that does not. Be like the skeptic and always give the benefit of the doubt to yourself and your points of view. Know that all realities will validate themselves if you have but the faith of a mustard seed to give them a chance to. Chapter 13, The Reality of the Skeptic and the Doubter. Chapter Quiz. Okay, question number 1. The reality of the skeptic can be best described as A. Limited in scope, B. Well maintained, C. Defended at all cost, or D. All. Well, it's definitely D. It's all. The reality of the skeptic can be best described as limited in scope, similar to the animal kingdom. They don't believe in anything. Nothing is amazing to them. Everything has some kind of trick or some kind of way to be explained, and as a result, they have a very limited reality. But guess what? They're comfortable in it. That's their reality, and there's nothing wrong or better about one person's reality over another person's reality, so that's fine. That's fine. And B, well maintained? Oh yeah, it's well maintained. That ties in really closely with C, defended at all costs. They will do whatever they have to do to prove that nothing amazing happened. They will do whatever they have to do to prove that nothing amazing will happen. What would they have done if you had some of these skeptics in that situation that Michael Talbot talked about with Tom and his invisible daughter, where he could read through it. They may have jumped up and said, read this, and put something back there. What would they have done? But see, this is the thing you have to realize, though. We can sit there and laugh about it and enjoy the idea of a skeptic being the crowd, not believing what he's seeing. But you see, this is the thing. If you had a hardcore skeptic, somebody who just there's just no way that kind of thing could really happen, they would not be there. They couldn't be there. They would have been out of the room. It would have happened without them. They wouldn't have seen it. The only people in that room are people who had that kind of possibility in their beliefs. Otherwise, they would have never experienced that. And we know that's true because they were all invited over to see the hypnotist. They were coming to enjoy that presentation. So, the thing about it is the skeptic will never end up in a situation where there's going to be hardcore evidence that is indisputable. They will disprove his reality. But you know what? That's a good thing. Because that same protection is extended to you. If you maintain your reality, whatever it is, the limited or the amazing, if you stand by it and refuse to entertain anything that goes against what you believe for your reality, then you won't end up in any situations where you're going to be confronted with substantial evidence that disproves your reality. You just won't be there. It just won't happen. You'll miss the flight. You won't make it. Whatever it is, you will not be faced with that. It will not come up. You will not elicit that kind of a circumstance into your experience. But if you're beginning to doubt your own reality, then you'll get an invitation somewhere. You'll end up there at the place, and all of a sudden you're going to see something that's really going to prove that you were wrong. Why? Because of your doubt, you elicited more information on it, and the more information was this special demonstration that showed that, yeah, you were wrong. There will always be something that can prove that your reality is not valid. Just like Tom's invisible daughter. I mean, those people, they could say, we saw her, and he can prove that he didn't, but that's just how it is. You can have two diametrically opposed realities that exist simultaneously, harmoniously. That's the thing that's important. It's harmoniously. They exist side by side with no problem whatsoever. Neither one interferes or disrupts the other. Okay.
To continue, go to How to Use Your God Power, chapter number 13, segment number 6. Let your quest for knowing continue.